My name is Six. I practice the art of free running, or parkour. It is the art of fluid motion through an urban environment.
You know the coolest thing about the Wii? No, not that it's also, that sounds like a penis. It's that it had an identity. Like, you could pick any major game for the PS3 or the Xbox 360. If you didn't know, like, it could be hard to tell which system it was for. You know, like, they had similar power, similar games, similar identities. That wasn't the case with the Wii. You could always point out which one was the Wii game, because the Wii had its own identity. It's actually kind of a throwback in that way. Super Nintendo had an identity, the Genesis had an identity, so did the Wii. So I rarely felt like I was missing out on something as a Wii owner. And until those late life software droughts, I had lots of cool stuff to play. But even so, there were still a couple games that made me covet my neighbor's console. Look, forgive me, Mario, I'm only human. One of those games was Mirror's Edge. The Wii didn't get Mirror's Edge. It got free running for the PlayStation 2. Look, I said the Wii had an identity. Didn't say it was always a good one. So this is one of the many Wii games where a publisher just said, look, we could make an awesome Wii game, yeah, sure, but that would take ideas and resources. So let's just take an old PS2 game and add Waggle. Who cares? It's not like the Wii's the best-selling console of its generation. Oh, it is? Huh. Well, it's not like... look, we're the gaming industry, all right? Inexplicable decisions, that's kind of what we do. So let's focus. Let's get to work on that Waggle. There's a box of PS2 games in the back. And thus free running was born. This is a crappy PS2 game from 2007 that someone, somewhere, apparently actually thought someone wanted to see again on the Wii. Yeah, they were wrong. No one wanted to see this game on the Wii. Not a single person. And yet here it is. It actually exists. Despite being one of the very worst games ever released for this goddamn system, free running actually exists.
Pole to pole.
So this is free running, so named because once you play it, there will be liquid running freely down your leg. Also because it's about parkour or whatever. Look, so you pick your character from a cast of compelling characters that span every sex and ethnicity equally. Boy, how thrilling is that? I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to see Skeet run. So you go and you pick one of these personality bombs, you name your profile accordingly, and then it's off to the streets. Wait, sorry, it's actually off to the gym. For a 5-hour f***ing tutorial. And hey, don't even think about skipping it, Skeet, because you can't. It's mandatory. Just like death. All you can hope is that you do it with grace. Free running is a parkour game, or at least it's supposed to be. To me, it's a jump off buildings game. I guess Skeet's just really depressed about being named Skeet, and she's always hated her parents for it. Don't worry, hey, if you don't like that story, you can make up your own. It's not like the game has one. It doesn't have much in the way of control either. You know how in Mirror's Edge, like, it felt like you were fast and fluid and free and running? Yeah, free running feels like you're drunk on a roof. Yeah, it's like Workaholics the video game. Only with that game, having such awful drunk people controls would make sense. In this game, they just make anger, they make you very, very angry. But you know the best thing about this game? I mean, it looks and sounds like shit, plays awful, but here's the best thing about this game. They actually took the time to make the floors in the gym reflective. And oh, look at that! The windows have light rays coming through. Isn't that special? That's the most gaming industry thing ever. Hey, this game's nearly unplayable, but look at those reflective textures! Playing this game now, in 2015, or whatever year it is, because at this point I don't even know anymore. It just made me angry all over again about how some publishers treated the Wii. Here you had this amazing platform with a cool controller that could actually make your games more precise than ever. And what do we do with it? F***ing free running. A couple years later, this whole situation is it's even more unbelievable. Because this is a game and a philosophy that should have been killed and strangled to death before it ever left the ground. Fortunately, survival is highly unlikely in this current situation. And it will be for you too, if you waste your time with free running for the Nintendo Wii. Like, I hate to be so upfront about it, but just look, please just stay out of this, you guys. Just let Skeet do what she has to do.
Flying butt twist.